you are you've gone to your inn to gather your things, and you're walking back through New Hope. Um, and what's your mindset? Because you just did these investigations this morning. You went and talked to Warden Carrera. You've been sent on, this assignment to go up to New Steading. What's going through your brain?
He's definitely a little frustrated, I guess is the word to use. He's not angry, but he's like, he's upset about the that there are people that are still, fighting and resisting and killing trees, obviously. Especially because, we shouldn't be fighting anymore. But we should just be turning to the shadow and helping each other. But he gets frustrated. And then he doesn't like... He always gets a little anxious when he travels. And he doesn't know exactly where... he doesn't know exactly who's going to be where when he gets there. Like, he's not and I guess Avorie would probably know this from having gone around with him. He's always iffy about getting to new places. He's always asking, like, who's there and like what's going on, and like he gets a little anxious when he gets to new places. So he's got like the pre-travel jitters going on.
So is he paying attention to his surroundings as he's walking back?
Probably not.
Okay.
He's probably a little absorbed in his thoughts.
Which is when Rieht will be surprised when Mayor Murdoch, they round the corner and you almost collide. I mean, she is tall, but she's still much shorter than you.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, Master Rieht. Wow, what a surprise! I wasn't expecting to see you.
He's just like, Mom. Yes, sorry. I hope I didn't hurt you.
Oh, no, of course not. But thank you for asking. I did receive a letter, so thank you for sending that. Is there any other additional information you have that you didn't include in your letter? It seemed very not a hasty letter for you.
I forgot. Was there any additional information that he had?
Just that Warden Guerrero isn't quite convinced that it's the Furies, that it doesn't seem like their MO. And the letter was more focused on the fact that you were leaving town. You were very concerned that she wanted your help to more on the rebuilding side, maybe not quite so much the investigations. Yeah. So you were saying that other Ogier will definitely help. And
well, Warden Guerrera is not convinced at who may be at fault, and we must. They requested my assistance in investigating, so I offered help. But I just wanted you not to worry that the other Ogier will come and help for rebuilding, and I believe at least one of them will be a singer as well.
Oh, well, that is all good news, and we'll have to clear away the debris, so that does give us a little time to reach out and get the best builders out there to come help us rebuild Hopetown and get everything back up and running. And I'm just so glad you said that about Warden Guerrera, because I had this long conversation with Master Olpe this morning, and he is not convinced that it's somebody besides the Furies. And I just want more information. And
he's just like he's trying to follow along, but he keeps being like, he's like sidestepping a little bit, like, because he's like trying to go, but he also doesn't want to be rude, so he's just like, okay, yes. When do we leave? I forgot.
Yeah, y'all are planning to head out around noon.
Okay, so we don't have that long. And what time is it now? Like,
it's probably 10:30, 11. So you were going to go meet them back at either. You were going to go check out the barracks to see if there are any last directions, and then you knew to meet them. If you don't see anybody there, head to the Ostler just over the bridge in Hopetown, where the horses will be.
Okay. I was gonna see if I had time to do any tree singing on any of the wood that they were gonna be using, but that's not enough time.
No, not today. Maybe when you
All
get
right.
back.
Yeah. Well, there should be done by the time we get back. Hopefully, if all goes as planned.
Mm. So,
Well, no, go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
No. Well, I do need to find Mistress Avorie. So I'm going to head over to the barracks to see if the rest of our party is ready, and then I will be heading out.
Oh, so you're walking in my direction. That's wonderful.
Oh,
I have the best
yes.
news for you. You will very much appreciate this. And she just like starts taking off, and she's able to keep up with your pace.
Okay.
So not for you. You're not walking at a fast pace, but it is much quicker than the common
Yeah.
steps for
Slowing down for the humans.
Yeah. So you've done these types of walks with her before, so you don't get you're not quite as frustrated as sometimes you are when you do have to move quickly, because she will keep pace with you.
Yeah, at least he has that thought for sure.
So you will never guess what arrived today.
Mm-hmm.
I've been just waiting for these, and it's going to be a big surprise. I'm going to make a big announcement for it, but we were honored to get sending stones from the city of the Seven Towers, as well as Luthaid and Bandara and Kaishar. So we have hit it big time. All the work that we've been doing and getting trade going through. So we will finally be able to have immediate communication with these cities. Just thrilled.
Oh, yes. Well, hopefully people still enjoy writing letters from time to time.
Oh, of course. Well, that will be a regular form of communication, but that just shows how much progress we've made, and how much commerce is starting to come through, and all of the work that we've been doing over the past several decades is really paying off.
Yes, it is. It is nice to see life returning here.
Yes. So the blight's no longer. And from there, any closing thoughts on the stone, or he's just
No, he's just, he doesn't like the one power that much, so he doesn't like to, especially like he doesn't like being able to interact with it. Like he likes it when it's the channelers using it.
Okay, fair. All right, and so from here we're going. So you're walking along, and she's just going to, gossip with you a little bit more, and probably reminisce about the good old days of, because she was born here. Her family was one of the original families, so that came up, helped establish New Hope. So you know her whole lineage. So you guys
will ask after her family.
Oh, that's so kind of you. And so we'll switch over now to the barracks of the Black Owls, where Avorie has just sent Olvon and Shainale ahead to with all of their stuff to go get the horses saddled up, get the pack animal, get all that stuff arranged, because they're hoping that you sober up a little bit before you head out. So your purpose now is to wait for Rieht, i.e. sober the fuck up.
Why isn't there a leave for this?
Girl, there probably is, but I don't know it.
I'm so stubborn. You'd think I was from the Two Rivers. I just had to show that Aes Sedai aren't everything. And where's the water? I don't want the goat's milk. Where's the water?
Oh, it's the other pitcher right in front of you. I did bring that out in case you don't remember already. And as Mila, bless you. Take a humorous friend for that. That was so perfect. Burping on command. I love it. So as Mila is sassing you, Kibrit is going to come out just with a stack of papers, and he's still hungover. He just looks over at you, and Mila is going to turn to him and go, Kibrit, you'll never guess what happened. What? And he's like stumbling under the weight of what he's carrying. You know how Avorie just loves her Aes Sedai? Well, she just totally flubbed right in front of one. Like, knocked her drink all over.
Mila, shut up! You goat-kissing fool.
Oh, girl. You can't insult me.
Pale-haired milksop.
You pale-haired milksop, even though you're a brunette.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite Wheel of Time diss.
So Kibrit's gonna come and just drop the stacks of papers on the table with you, and be like, I could totally use a little hair of the dog. Do you mind if I
go, Kibrit?
So he's going to chug the rest of your ale and then pour.
I was not done with that.
Okay, Mila.
Do you know how you're supposed to work through being drunk?
Yeah.
Easing yourself off of the being drunk, which means I might need that in 45 minutes.
Okay. I just ordered some more ale for us.
You really think she's going to bring us some more? She's not.
She totally puts 2 tankards down right in front of you because she is just so fucking amused.
I apologize for calling you a pale-haired milksop.
She just pats your head. It's okay, honey.
Don't pat my
head. And she also puts another shot glass down now that Kibrit's drank out of yours that you were using. So she gives you a fresh one.
Well, I guess thanks. You're fine, I guess.
So
she made up for it.
Warden Guerrera just told me that I've got to go back to Dreadspane's stand.
Why? You hate that place.
I know. I just got back, and he says I'm the only one besides you, me and Aeson, that still have the contacts there. And I just got back. Ugh. I don't know.
That's just not fair. Sometimes I think Warden Guerrera has totally forgotten what it's like to go out in the field. I feel like he's been in his stuffy office for such a long time. He doesn't even get it. He just doesn't even understand.
I know. I totally agree. I mean, he should totally send somebody else. At least
here,
with me this time.
Drink more.
Oh,
you're hungover. You drink more.
He's gonna take a big. I'm like, maybe the DM shouldn't be drinking that much.
Such a good influence.
I know, right? I know, and I get it. I've got the context, especially with how all those groups are trying to restructure after that whole raiding party they did and arresting all those key leaders last fall. So,
my head is itching.
I can't help with that.
Am I having... Sorry. I'm really
actually.
dropped.
Do you want me to help with that?
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You remember what happened the last time you touched me? No.
Yeah, you put me on the ground, but it was totally worth it.
Exactly. No.
Totally worth it.
Where's Gwen?
I think I saw her running off to the kitchen. He's gonna take another shot. I just don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to survive this time. You don't. It's gotten worse without any of those little factions having their leaders. It was a huge. I seriously thought I was gonna die. I was gonna die.
Is anyone else going with you? Is he sending you? You're not going by yourself.
Oh, Aeson's coming again. So, but Aeson's
He's
more
not
fucked
very
up than I am.
He's
about
really
this
not
whole
very
thing.
smart either. I mean, he might be good with a dragon, but mini dragon, but he's not very smart.
I mean,
He will have your back though. He's like very loyal.
He does,
He's
and
like,
he's
totally
he's good at because he's good at like sitting there and being unobtrusive, and people just talk around him. So like he gets so much information. He's not really able to do complicated tasks, but I mean he will listen, and I mean he's where I got so much of the information about where not to be, because holy shit.
So I have an idea.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Next and at this point, Rieht, you walk into the barracks, so you'll see them just like leaning into each other, drinking shots.
Next time, you just need to like put him in where he thinks the bad stuff is going to happen. You just need to like make sure he's there to confirm it.
Yeah.
And like just
you just know how dangerous it is. Like you look at somebody the wrong way and they'll slit your throat. And
that's so true. So I think you should have more than one other person there with you. I don't think it's safe. Kira, you're my friend. Maybe I need to get up and go talk. Friend. Maybe I need to get up and go talk to the warden right now and tell him that it's not right that you're going back there, because it's just not right. Like I would totally go there with you, but I'm going to new steading, and because we have to do this thing, and there's like these two new people in town, and I really like one of them. The other one I'm not too sure of, but like we have to go investigate this stuff, and I'm just not even ready to go. And we're supposed to leave it like an hour, and I'm drunk.
I get it. You are drunk.
So not even okay right now.
And
I'm just not even ready to go, and we're supposed to leave it like an hour, and I'm drunk.
I get it.
You
are drunk.
So not even okay right now. I would go with you though, Keeper. I would go with you.
While they're talking, he's gonna go and get go over to like where they have like they're serving stuff, and he's gonna ask for boiling water, and he's gonna just take some herbs and stuff out of his pack and mix them into a cup. And then while you guys are in the middle of talking, he'll just walk up to the table and take the alcohol glass and then put the hot cup of tea in front of
roll me a sleight of hands check with advantage to see if she notices.
Oh yeah, he's not even trying to hide it, but
he's not.
No, he just walks up to the table and just picks the cup up and puts the hot cup of tea in front of her.
All of a sudden, Avorie sees like this shadow, like feels like this shadow kind of like coming over her, and is like, "What's happening?
Is it gonna start raining?"
What's Rieht, hi! Hi! And I get up to try to hug, but I like stumble on the chair, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
He just reaches down and just like with like two fingers just like puts his hand behind her so she doesn't fall over, and then pats her on the shoulder. Hello,
Rieht. You have got to go talk to the warden.
I have.
You got to go talk to him again. He's about to send my good friend, our good friend, and faithful servant to the Black Owls, Kibrit, back to Dreadbane's stand. He's only been back here less than a week, and he's got to go back. This is not okay.
Well,
it's just not okay. It's not. You have to go talk to him and tell him it's not a good idea. He's not going to listen to me, especially in this state.
Getting out of there once in one piece does give you an advantage for going back.
I know, and I know that's why I'm the choice, and it makes sense. But it's just Man, it's bad there right
this
now.
is so
It's-
warm in
it
my
is.
hands.
Since there's no real leadership, it's
And then when she picks up to start
all
drinking
messed
it, and she notices she doesn't like the taste, he just puts his finger under the bottom of the cup and like pushes it up toward her mouth so she keeps drinking it.
Can both of you take another humor sprint? This is hilarious. I can't even stay in character right now.
What is this? Blood and ashes! Rieht, what did you put in this cup? It's disgusting.
It will make you feel better.
It's worse than sour goat's milk the day after Beltane.
Honey, you were asking for a hangover cure.
It does have a bit of what the locals colloquially that's not a word. That's not a word. I don't think it's a word.
Colloquialism.
Trying to say.
Colloquially, it is.
Colloquialism. Yeah, colloquial is a word, but I don't think colloquially is a word. But
we can make it a word.
Yeah,
it is now.
It is now.
Called pukeweed.
Well, it definitely earned its name. And is this a hangover cure?
It will remove the alcohol from your system.
So it's a drunk cure. It's not a hangover cure. It's a drunk cure.
I have something for your headache when you've finished with that.
Oh, Rieht, I knew you were my friend for a reason.
Yes.
So glad you're Rieht. I'm so glad you're here, Gwen.
Yeah, where's he
Gwen!
He has been like looking around like where
Did
is
Paco
Gwen?
just meow in the background?
None of my cats meowed.
Oh my god, I heard a cat meow.
Yeah, that was Luther.
Oh my god, okay. I was like, that's perfect. That's like perfect.
He's sleeping on my desk right there.
Gwen, where are you?
Gwen will like pop her head out and just like give an exasperated shake of her head, but then she'll see Rieht and like walk over to him and put her
like,
paws up on his legs. Yeah,
he'll put his hand down so that she can crawl into his hand.
Yep.
And he'll just be like, "Yes, hello, friend."
Traitor. I still love you, but you're
his
a traitor.
ears will be like.
At this point, okay. Well, I will talk to Guerrera. I promise. Because I know you gotta go.
I do, but just tell him that you don't think he needs to. I mean, I know you've been there and like you can fend for yourself just fine, but not so soon. Like we're gonna be back in like a week, maybe 2 weeks. See if he can wait to send anybody, and maybe we can go with you when we get back.
I think his plan is that you come after and relieve me, but he wants people there now just based off of my reports. Because
my tummy isn't feeling so good right now.
The factions were talking about...
Right as she saes that, one of the serving women brought over a bucket that he had obviously already asked for, and then he places it next to her.
Oh, so gross.
And a pitcher of water.
Well, Master Rieht, I guess that puke thing that you had really worked.
Yes, Iobelia does do the trick. It does wonder for the throat and lungs as well.
I hate you, Rieht.
Oh.
I hate you so much. But thank you.
Brett's just gonna gather up his papers, pat you on the shoulder. Well, I guess I'll see you when you get to Dreadsbane. Hopefully I'm still alive.
Hopefully I'm still alive.
Light be with you, Keebrit, my friend.
Might be with you, Avorie, and Light speed to you.
Mm.
Don't leave me there too long.
I hope your name will sing in our ears again soon.
He'll just nod and walk away.
After she finishes with the puke weeds effects, he'll have another cup of hot water brought over, and he'll mix in mint tea with some good tasting things. And
nice.
Oh, Rieht, I'm so glad you're here. I really messed up today, Rieht. Really messed up.
What'd you do? What did you do now?
What's the name of our Aes Sedai? I can't remember.
Arnes. Aes Sedai Arnes.
Arnes.
Mm-hmm.
I stood up to Arnes Sedai and it didn't work as I wanted to.
Oh, she is totally understating it. She threw her beer all over the Aes Sedai. It was epic.
But you know how I feel about them, Rieht. You know how they treated me in the tower, and you
it's okay. She can clean herself off.
She can totally, and I feel, but still, it didn't help us at all because we could have gotten a gateway to go to New Hope, to New Studying, but now we have to ride. We have to travel through the wilderness, Rieht.
Too hasty. I don't like traveling by those.
With two green... One of them's never even been on a horse. And that's the one I like. That's the one I like. Wow. The other one, I don't know what he's doing. He's just an intellectual. And has
I wonder if he has any good books.
Oh, Rieht.
Gwyn doesn't like traveling by gateway anyway, do you, Gwyn?
Gwyn would be in discomfort for a minute, but we would all be a lot safer. And I really messed it up. And we're not going to tell Shainale and Olvon that, but I'm worried for them to go through the wilderness. It's a 2-day journey without problems, and a 3-day journey without problems. And I really made a mistake. And can you talk to the Aes Sedai and see if she'll change her mind?
I can try.
You don't like her either, and she knows it.
Yes. I'm not a fan of any of the Aes Sedai, and they all sadly do know it. Feeling better yet?
Not really, but I will. It'll be okay. Thank you for taking care of me, Rieht. I know you always have my back. I've missed
at this
you.
point, you'll realize that
your friend.
You have sent Olvon and Shainale ahead to the horses, and that they are waiting on you.
Okay. Yes, we should go catch up with them.
I guess I need to probably head up real quick to the barracks and grab my pack. Let me try to stand up and see if I'm okay.
Take the new cup with you. I promise it tastes better than the other one.
Thank you, friend. And so I stand up.
Constitution saving throw to see if you fall over or not.
God, you really hate me.
I love it. I'm not the one that chose to get shit faced.
True.
That's
and then
true.
rolled a nat 1. So.
Well, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Why am I having? Okay, wait. I got it. Okay, Constitution saving throw.
Here we go.
Do it
now. Good. Do it good.
Why isn't it letting me roll?
I don't know.
I'm clicking on. Hold on. Attributes. Okay, hold on. I got to move my character sheet here. Hold on. Attributes, Constitution, saving throw. Normal?
Yep.
Or with disadvantage because I'm drunk.
I'm just going to give you a normal for now.
Yeah, I mean, you are drinking healthy tea. Come on. Yes. That was close. It was almost a 3.
17. Bill, but you did it for Bill. The horse.
Oh, come on. Did I really? I clicked on myself. That's why. I tried. I got it.
Good.
Here we go. Yeah. I got to click through all of the options.
Damn it.
With that 9, your feet get caught up as you push the chair back and you stumble, but Rieht is able to grab you.
He moves. I move. Wow. Gwyn. I keep wanting to say Gur, like from Invader Zim. I move Gwyn out of the way, like I hold her, like so she's safe, and then I steady you.
Blood and bloody ashes! How am I gonna ride a freaking horse?
We can lash you onto it. Don't worry.
You always have my back, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and then this is where we will conclude as Rieht helps escort Avorie out to get her stuff and make sure that she doesn't fall over any of the walkways into the lake, because the lake's kind of cold right now.
He will be distracted petting Gwyn the entire time.
Oh, of course.
It's a little tepid.
Gwyn
Just a smidge.
Curled up in her usual spot up on your shoulder because she's so tiny that she is able just to nuzzle
She's
up.
sitting in that spot like where the clavicle is, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But it's big enough for a cat.
And your droopy ear kind of like covers her, so she's like got.
And in your hair, she's like snuggled up.
Totally warm and
she's batting at his eyebrow danglies.
So she's playing with your eyebrow, and she's kneading your shoulder.
He has long eyebrow danglies. Like
I love it so much. It's amazing.
Yep. She's having the best time.
Damn cat.
Avorie, not so much.
I'll be okay though.
It's such a stark difference too with like because he has like his ears are all kind of like chewed up and like they're missing chunks and stuff, and he's got scars and shit, and then he's just got a cat sitting there.
Got a little cute cat.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, welcome back to another episode of Time to Roll the Dice. Today's session has already started out in complete and utter chaos because our virtual tabletop decided to tell me to go fuck itself immediately this morning. So we're shifting gears a little bit. We won't have the panel up showing all of our dice rolls. We're going old fashioned, y'all. We're going to have dice, like real life dice. I know, crazy, right? In this world of technology. So we'll just that note. We'll just jump right into it. So previously on Time to Roll the Dice, the group has gotten together. They've done a whole bunch of investigations into some fires that were going on. They've been out and about town. They were able to get some direction from Gara, who gave them options of places to go. The team has decided that they want to go to New Hope, which is an outpost 3 days north of New Hope. They're going to New Steading to investigate some rumors of missing people. And the team did some shopping in the barracks of the Black Owls, able to get material for their trip, and they have now exited. So you guys are at the stables with all of your gear has been delivered to the stables, and your horses have been saddled. So you guys get to choose which horse you want between you humans. You get either Storm Rider, Stabber, or Radiant, and then Rieht as an Ogier. I'm sure you just want to use your feet, but you can help with the pack horse, Bill.
Okay.
The pack horse's name is Bill?
The pack horse's name is
Oh
Bill.
my god.
I'm kind of here for it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm very comfortable on a horse, so I'll take whichever is the, most.
Storm Rider is a large chestnut-colored stallion that does seem to have a lot of energy. Shainale, are you comfortable riding horses? Do you need a little bit more of a... Yeah, so the ostler will look at you and just...
Shainale is trying very hard to appear confident. And if it wasn't for her eyes, she would, I think. But her eyes are just
She looks like one of the horses.
Yes, very much so.
So the ostler will bring
girl.
over a painted piebald to you. So it's a little bit smaller than, it's not quite as small as Bill, but it is smaller than Stormer and Ryder. So it's got brown and white kind of large patterns, almost like a cow, but it's very much more docile.
Okay.
Oh, that's still. I thought you said like they were bringing over a painted pie bowl. And I was like, all right.
It's a
Piebald.
Oh.
Come on, you have a southern accent. You don't know nothing about horses. You gotta like just pretend it.
I was poor Southern. We couldn't mess with the equestrian.
I thought you just issued a horse in the South.
No.
If I remember correctly, I'm quite hungover because
Yes, you are poisoned.
My lack of ability to.
You're still drunk, actually.
Okay, so I look at Shainale very apologetically. I'm so sorry. I made that Aes Sedai angry. I'm so sorry. We can't travel. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. And Shainale looked. She's like, she does like there. She's like, it's okay. Is there anything? Can I help you getting onto the? Are you going to be okay riding?
I got this.
Friends don't let friends drink and horse.
You're not accepting assistance?
No, I got this.
So do an athletics check at disadvantage.
Oh crap! I have to pull up my D&D. God bless it. I had to reboot my computer. That's why it took me so long. God.
And while she's doing that, Shainale, will you also do an acrobatics check at disadvantage to see if you're able? Are you going to ask for help to get on the horse?
No.
All right.
Shainale is also not going to ask for help.
Okay, I'm doing an athletics check with disadvantage.
It's acrobatics with it, so both of us at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Mm-hmm.
I'm doing athletics though, right?
Avorie's athletics and Shainale is acrobatics. Because I feel like Shainale would just try to like launch herself up, whereas Avorie is
okay.
First roll's a 19. Second roll is I got a nat 20 on my second roll. So disadvantage gives me a 19.
All right, so Avorie, in spite of your state of complete and utter drunken disarray,
I've got some swagger.
Yeah, you have grown up around horses. This is something that you could do in your sleep, not even paying attention, is like get up on a fucking horse. So you get up there, but you are kind of swaying a little bit.
Oh, it's a little high. I am a little higher than I thought I would be. And it's okay. I'm one with the horse. I'm communing with the horse.
You can almost look me in the eyes.
Good horse. Why, Rieht? Hi! You're so tall!
Welcome to the high.
Shainale, what did you get?
So Shainale grabs on and is like, trying to be super confident, and she sort of launches herself up and overshoots it and just goes like over the edge. I rolled a 17 on my first one and then a 3 on my second.
Oh no!
So a 6 in total. So she just, I think she just like pulls so hard and just completely overshoots it and just like flies over the other side of the horse.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
And Radiant, even though when the stable girl is holding her, kind of like attempts to get away from you at this point, just like just completely startled, none of the horses have ever had this happen to them, so they're all stutter stepping Do you want to try again?
That's the magic of Shainale.
Do you want to try again without assistance, or are you just gonna like?
No. I think after that, so Shainale is gonna try and scramble to her feet as quickly as possible, and kind of like dust herself off, and just kind of look at the attendants, like the people holding the horse, and just be like, I am sure that I will be able to figure this out, but in the interest of we have to get going, if you could maybe
Well,
help,
yes, ma'am, I
please.
was gonna tell you that we have a step that you can use.
Could I could I try to help? Like, can I use my reaction to see if I could help before the stable person helps?
Well, there's a step. Like they do have a step for the Rieht. You would know this, that the mayor doesn't like to she doesn't like to flip her legs over, so they actually built a step for her to climb up so she could primly sit on the horse without.
Yeah. Well, while they bring that over, I want to try. I want to try something else though. I'm gonna give you, in D&D mechanic terms, I'm gonna give you the help action.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be like, don't worry. Uath and Mier can jump way higher than this horse. And I'm gonna just walk up to the horse and start just making soothing sounds and petting the horse and be like, you can do this. And I'll try to let her do it herself, but try to give some confidence with my Ogiri-ness.
That does help. You see Shainale visibly, like she seems more settled. She seems calmer. So she's gonna try it again before the attendant. So she hears they have a step, and she's like, a step? No, I can do this. Can I roll again?
Yes.
Just is this going to be just a straight roll? Or?
Just a straight. So help will give you advantage.
Mm-hmm. So this is going to give me. I'm going to have advantage on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 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 I rolled an 18 on my second roll, so 18 plus 3, so 21. Yeah. Right. Is my math right? Yes, 21.
Math is mathing.
Math is mathing.
I know. We're so used to just having Foundry do it for us.
Just like grabbing a loose piece of rigging in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as Rieht kind of coaches you through it slowly, and I'm sure Olvon and Avorie are like, nope, that other foot.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to swing your leg up. You still shake a little bit when you get up there, and it's not graceful, but you are successful.
Yes.
You
talk to,
and she did it without the stare.
Exactly.
That's the important part.
Okay. It's just like grabbing a loose piece of rigging in the wind. Just talk to her like she was a ship, and then he pets the side of the horse's neck, and then walks away.
Mm-hmm. And so that's exactly what Shainale starts doing. She starts sort of like running her hands across the horse's very, very softly across the horse's mane, and she starts sort of mumbling to the horse very soothingly, like she would when she was back on her ship.
Yeah, and the mane has the texture of the mane reminds you of loosely frayed rigging lines. Mm-hmm. So it has that straw feel. So it's even though it's an unfamiliar animal, it's a familiar texture to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Olvon, you've rode horses before, so I'm sure that we don't even have to do a check for you. You're not drunk like Avorie is.
He does one of those moves where the rider jumps over the saddle, kicks off the ground, jumps over the other side of the saddle, kicks off the ground, and then sits on the horse. Oh wait, I'm backwards, and then he flips around.
He flips around. He's like, what? Like it's hard?
All right.
Friggin' man.
Yep, and y'all like I said, everything's packed, so you guys just head out of town. So head out through the city. You pass the burnt buildings on your right as you start going towards the wilderness. And there's about a mile and a half of clearing before you get into the woods, and it's there's no gradual entrance into it. It's just clear fields, and then all of a sudden you are walking into a wall of branches intertwined overhead, forming a dark, impenetrable canopy. Sunlight is struggling to penetrate through the thick foliage, casting long, eerie shadows on the forest floor. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and decaying leaves. But you do hear sounds besides just the rustling leaves blowing in the mid-afternoon wind. You do hear small creatures, birds, for everybody basically Olvon. You do recognize familiar sounds of birds and other forest creatures, but there are also, Olvon, for you, some very unfamiliar sounds that you're not used to. Avorie and Rieht, you guys have been through the wilderness many times. None of this is new. Shainale, all of this is a completely new experience. You have never been in a forest before, let alone the wilderness. So, as you enter, before I get to the traveling rules, any advice, Avorie and Rieht, for the newcomers to the wilderness?
Have I ever been in the wilderness drunk?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you've camped out there. Like when it's cold, sometimes you just drink to stay warm, or because you fucking want to. So.
Right.
Okay. Everybody, I know you might not trust me right now, but
I trust you.
Well, thank you.
Impeccably.
Thank you. I'm very familiar with this area that we're going into, and if you have never stepped foot in the wilderness before, let me just give you a little bit of information. All forests are inherently dangerous. Wild animals might see us and our horses as prey, and there are going to maybe some plants and some other things that might have thorns or might be poisonous if you try to eat them. But in the wilderness, that's magnified by 10. Over thousands of years, only the strongest things were able to grow here and survive. And they have made this harsh environment their home. Even the most innocent flower or plant could be deadly. Do not stray from this path unless Rieht or I are with you, because we're familiar with what lies ahead. So be very careful. Don't take this lightly.
Hold on.
Shainale's hand through that entire speech, Shainale's hand is like slowly going to her her rapier, as if to like draw it, because like as soon as Avorie starts talking about there are dangers, and she's like, oh my god, I have to be on guard. And so Shainale looks like visibly like she looks like ready to pounce on something. Now? Is something going to attack us now?
The paths that we're going to be going on, there are roads in here. There are well-worn paths. There is travel through this area, but that's why it's so important that we stay in the areas that you can tell are traversed regularly, because the wildlife and the fauna and flora isn't going to be as quick to try to grow back or to travel across. So if we stay on the main roads, we should be fine.
Okay.
Though the dragon reborn sealed the boar, the blight receded, but it left behind a stain.
Okay.
So, if you look back, you'll see Olvon's like messing with like his tools and like carving like this little kind of device thing, and it fits in the palm of his hand and kind of has like an open hole in it. And it almost looks like a gun, but almost like a tabletop model of a gun. And it like looks normal, but then it kind of moves on its own. And he just kind of like sets it on his shoulder, looking around at the woods, and is like, "Okay."
Okay.
For the DM, I just made an Eldritch cannon, the flamethrower one.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Make yourself like
Fancy.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Olvon's so
Little-
fancy.
little turret on his arm.
Yeah, who needs a parrot when you can have a turret?
That's
There
right.
you
Awesome. Okay. So anything else that you guys want to do before I start explaining the traveling rules? Switch up the music to give you some ambiance for the wilderness. All right. So I do traveling a little bit different than D&D, the D&D rules, because I find them a little bit boring and cumbersome. So what I'm going to do is, for every day of travel, I've broken it into day and night. So assuming you're camping, sleeping, setting watch at night. So for the daytime and the nighttime, as we get to them, I'm going to roll 3 d20s. I will not disclose those rolls. Then I will ask 3 of you to make 3 completely different rolls. One person will roll a d20, one person will roll a d6, and one person will roll a d4. So the d20 will determine whether or not you have matched my encounter. The d6 will determine based off of my lovely tables, which I'm going to get very far away so you can't look at it.
But look at all that writing. It's so
What?
neat.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Enhance.
That wasn't distracting at all.
Enhance.
I was not ready for that. That was hilarious. I don't know why that was so funny. You know what?
So the D6 will determine what encounter you get, and then the D4 will determine, based off of the way that the day is broken up, when that happens. And then the same thing will be at night. It will be the person who is standing watch will roll the D20 to see if they match mine, and then but ahead of time we will do the D6 and the D4. So and then every day that we do this, I'm going to increase the number of times I roll the D20 to make it more likely that you will match. So the first day is 3, the second day will be 5, the third day will be... So I will just have more and more numbers. So you will be more and more likely to have some sort of encounter.
Great!
All right.
That sounds so exciting.
I know. So, Olvon,
And the encounter
how
will
about...
never be finding a wandering cabbage salesperson.
Well,
No.
they're not all necessarily
Okay.
combat. So some of them will just be, some of them are other, like a person wanders into your path and gives you information. So, or you, like somebody's in distress or something like that. So it's not all necessarily combat related. It might be problem solving. You might come upon a nice little farm. So
In the wilderness.
But this is
No
the
other
wilderness. This is the wilderness. So I think you can imagine what the encounters are going to be. So I'm rolling my numbers.
Traveling
right now.
Lucas, traveling bro.
While you roll,
That's right.
And
Grown.
Olvon, if you will roll me the D20 to see if we get the encounters. And Avorie, if you'll do the D6, please, to determine what on my magic little table you get. And Rieht, if you'll do the D4, please.
D4.
Yes. So once you get that done, just let me know.
I got 5 on the D6.
Yeah. Out of 20 numbers, I got a number 3.
Oddly enough,
We don't know.
team-
We don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's good.
Knowing Leigh-a, it's no. No.
But she said I had to match. I had to match one of hers.
Uh-huh.
So unless one of her D20s rolled a 3, I think we're okay.
It's true.
And then, Rieht, what did you get on your D4?
a 3.
3.
Both y'all rolled 3s.
Mhm.
Yes.
That is statistically unlikely, but possible. Obviously,
Oh, look.
it's possible.
I found Gwyn.
Oh.
Hello, Gwyn.
Aw. Hey, so it's mid-afternoon and the sun is going down behind the mountain ranges. Avorie and Rieht, you guys know as you go along the path, as it starts to split off, that you need so the path coming out of New Setting heads south, but then curves around, and then there's a couple of branches off. The path is about 3 carts wide. So heading into New Setting, it's obviously a very well-traveled. It's a main road coming in. About 3 miles down the road, you have your first branch that takes you on a northern route, and that is where you guys start heading. So, again, you don't have to roll for it. This is very well known. And I'm sure even Shainale and Olvon would have been able to guess, like, we'll probably need to head north at some point. Mm-hmm. So that is a direction that we want to go.
The Blight did keep many of the creations of the Forsaken Agonor bound within it. But also, I feel that the creatures that were spawned naturally, I suppose, of the Blight are worse. And with the Blight gone, they're no longer bound to its borders.
Dangerous.
That don't sound gay.
It can be dangerous, but if you stay on the roads, chances of us running into anything, that's going to cause us any real issue are really slim. We should be fine.
There should be no worms here.
You think. As you continue, the smell of damp earth and the moisture coming from the forest just become more ever present. You hear the dripping of water falling from the leaves. It is, since it is almost summer, it's not very cold, although Shainale and Olvon, it's probably a little colder than you're used to coming from the south and the seas.
Shainale has been cold since she got here. It's just like, it's just a general level of like, just every so often she just kind of shivers and just can't seem to. She's adjusting to the new climate.
And as you,
Olvon's just trying to ignore it. He's just trying to see if he can do that old trick of just seeming to not be affected.
Oh.
Good luck.
It may or may not be working well.
Once we get into like the deeper parts where like the sun starts to shadow, Rieht's gonna bend over and like put his arm down close to the ground so that Gwyn can like jump up on it. And he's gonna let her ride up on, or him, her.
Gwyn's a her.
That's what I thought.
Her, yes.
Yeah, I thought so. let her ride like on his shoulders and like he has a big pack on too, so she could find like a little spot on the pack and like kind of probably sit on it. The ground isn't safe here, young one.
Yeah. And Olvon, since you're trying not to be intimidated by the forest, give me a
the weather itself.
Give me a charisma saving throw.
Like just life. I mean, listen to that. Like,
and you're going to need to beat a 13 or be frightened.
Olvon is trying to out-vibe the weather right now.
Oh, nat 20.
Hey!
So it is creepy, but one thing that you do know, so even though a lot of the flora and fauna that used to be called the Blight are still trapped up in the area that is the wilderness, as Rieht has said, some of them have migrated south. So you have seen some of the creatures, you know of some of the creatures. You've well educated from the academies, so you have studied this, and even though physically being there is very different than reading about it, you're experienced in the woods, like not the wilderness, but the woods before, so you are just like, I got this. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You would know that like it doesn't get worse. It doesn't get too bad until like we get really deep, and it's way less dangerous during the day. And you probably think that Rieht is just saying things to so that people are just always at an appropriate level of fear, and not so much that it's like bad right now.
Mm.
So as the sun continues to go down and you guys progress along the path, the trees on either side just get thicker, taller. They're twisted in and amongst themselves. Branches start reaching skeletal fingers towards you. And the sun is getting very close to be below the horizon. And Avorie, you're not quite as drunk as you were before. It's mostly worn off.
I'm sobering up.
You're sobering up, but starting to get into hangover territory. But you look at Rieht and realize it's probably about time to start looking for a good campsite. So I'm going to have, between the two of you, I don't know how y'all want to do this, but you need to start looking for a campsite, which is going to be a survival check.
So that was going to be my question, was since it's such a well-traveled road, are there kind of like designated spots that people use when they're stuck? Like,
there are, on some of these more well-traveled roads, there are spots. That's why I need you to do a survival check to see if there's one of these spots around. Okay. Something that is safe.
Okay.
And if both of you are doing this, you can do it with advantage if somebody's helping you.
Okay. Rieht, I think it's time that we try to find a place to hunker down for the night. It's starting to get dark, and I don't think we actually want to physically be traveling by the time the sun falls. And I have been on this horse long enough.
Yes. Yes, he'll reach behind him and pick up Gwyn, and then hold on. He'll reach over and hold Gwyn up to Olvon, like for you to take her. Okay. And then
come here, you precious thing, you. Come on now.
Avorie, how does Gwyn react?
Gwyn doesn't really like to be handled. Unless Gwyn is a cat.
That's true.
And is a smart cat. And is also familiar with this area of the world. Yeah. So
Rieht is just very protective, okay?
Gwyn just fidgets a little bit in Olvon's arms.
Oh. I set her down like on the saddle or whatever, and just kind of let her do whatever once she was up on the horse.
That's probably best.
Hope that she didn't try to attack my little turret.
She'll,
Oh, it's a laser!
she'll squirm as Rieht is passing her over to Olvon, and then once Olvon puts her down, she climbs up and perches on the top of Stabber's head.
Perfect.
And like
What?
looks back and kind of huffs at both of you because she's just like, "Stop it! I can do this."
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll step off the trail and I'll be like, I'll return in a moment, and I'll we'll confer for a second, like Avorie and I, and then I'll step off the trail and go in one direction if you want to go in the other direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off my horse. I'm done. I'm done being saddle bound. So I hand my reins to Shainale and kind of stretch, take a swig of water because I'm very dehydrated, and go in and look for another camp spot.
All right. So which one of you wants to make this survival check? Since you're both looking.
We'll both make it, and then.
One person gets advantage.
Oh, okay.
So one
I'll
of
give
you...
her advantage. I'll give her. She's more trained in.
Okay. Perfect.
Wilderness survival than I am.
Okay. Oh wait, I just saw your dice roll on D&D Beyond.
Yes, you did. I love that. I do love that it does that. If we're all in the same, if we all have our character sheets up, it'll show you the dice rolls. Yeah.
Well, crap. I'm just gonna do it there then, so we can all see it. So I get to roll 2d20s then, basically. Is that right?
Yes, and add your survival modifier.
On the top of the page.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can press the button and it'll open up the chat box to show all the rolls if anyone else.
Oh, the lag. That was my first roll.
If you shut off the in the settings for it, there you could shut off the 3-dimensional dice rolling, and it'll save your PC.
Y'all, what the heck?
I mean, they're not terrible. They're not as bad as they could be.
What are they?
I rolled a 13 and an 11.
They're not that bad.
Hey, listen, just
rolled
imagine
a
how bad it could be.
But with your survival, did you add 5? Is that?
No, that's with the add plus 5.
Oh, that's good. Plus 5.
Yep.
So, because you guys left at an odd time of day, there isn't one of the well-established campsites, but you are able to find, like a area that's a little carved out, off the path, but not completely wooded. So not dangerous for the 2 newbies in the wilderness.
Okay.
But there will not be the firewood set up. There's not a pit, so you're gonna have to go hunting for this stuff to get set up for the night if you want to have a fire.
I will. When I come around and intersect with the spot that Avorie found, I'm gonna immediately start clearing it. I'll pick up if there's big branches or things that I can move to make a nice area, and start clearing a spot for the horses.
Okay. And I start to...
So I'm going to use that strength that I got for something.
Yeah.
I pick things up and put them down.
So I go and make sure that none of the surrounding area that's being cleared, what's the word I'm looking for? The
wood
order of it.
The edge, the clear.
Yeah,
perimeter.
Thank you. Perimeter doesn't have any dangerous fauna and flora that
My light.
could
Give me a
be
nature check with advantage.
nature check with advantage.
And
Oh
if
my
you
God.
right click on it, it'll roll with advantage.
I was like, oh,
Okay, well that's
Okay,
good.
okay.
Sure.
The first one was a 2 for our friends at home. That was not great.
the first one was literally a nat 1. Oh wait, but it was a nat
plus
1.
But
That's
you got
funny.
advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, but isn't it a
Yes, she's
critical
good.
failure if I
It's just-
roll?
No,
No,
advantage.
no.
You disregard the lower roll. And
Thank
take
you.
higher roll.
Ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
It's just-
that mean
it's
of a
just- I'm
DM.
I'm imagining the horror of that could have ensued here.
Yes.
I can you said if I right click, then it
Yeah,
will
if you right
roll.
click, it'll pop up a message that says roll with advantage.
I didn't know that. I'm just gonna do that real quick. My roll was a 15. I just want to see how it looks
Okay.
when I do that. When I try to do that, and I right click, it does not give me
Okay.
that option.
Oh, you might not. Do you not have? Never mind. I'll show you later.
Okay, sorry. Anyway,
Yeah, so you, in spite of like that hangover kicking in a little
I'm not
bit,
feeling great still.
yeah, but it is, you're able to assume that people probably have stayed here before and have maintained this area, and there is, you do identify a couple of plants that are poisonous to the touch. So there's it almost looks like a black orchid, but the petals look like bleeding teardrops. So you're able, like, if you want to explain to people like that's poisonous, so to the touch, and will cause acid burns on your skin. But there's none of the plants that are going to grab people if they come close. There's no, there's a couple of ants and other things like that, but nothing that is going to immediately attack you in the middle of the night.
Can I, as I'm organizing the horses, when I get to Bill, the pack horse, can I just look through the pack real quick to see if they have any herbs?
Yeah, you guys did get a medicine kit when you did the shopping.
I'm
So there is
I'm gonna pull out a ginger root and break it in half and hand half of it to Avorie.
Oh, Rieht, my friend. Thank you so much. And I start like putting a little piece of the ginger and start chewing on it a little bit and sitting it between my cheek and my gum to kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are able to
Rieht.
set up camp for the night. Are you going to want to light a campfire to do cooking? Or are you just going to eat food, road rations?
Is there? Can I like pick for? I want to see if I could find like a large flat-ish rock, so that I could place it like on one side of the fire. That's like further, basically block the. If here's the path and here's our fire, I want to place it so that it's blocking the light from going deeper into the forest.
Yeah, give me an investigation check to see if there's anything around. While he's doing that, does anybody else want to do anything as you're setting up for the night?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn on my cell phone.
There's a noticeable lack of large boulders in this area.
Oops.
What was your roll?
7.
7? Yeah. No, you just don't find anything. It's just a bunch of moss and branches.
This area's been picked clean of large boulders.
I think it might be best if for the first night we don't announce our presence
Smart.
too widely. So
Yes.
I recommend only using lanterns for light and
Keep them hooded.
keep them hooded, and we'll need to eat pack rations tonight.
Fine with me.
We shouldn't be
got
cold.
an entire cured ham to eat.
And it's warm enough that we shouldn't be too terribly cold as
It's
the night
warm?
goes on.
This is warm.
It is
It's
warm,
warm
for
enough.
us Northerners.
When you're under your bedroll, when you're in your bedroll, you should be fairly comfortable. And if you find yourself too cold, Gwen might be able to give you a little extra body warmth.
Gwen does
Because she's
provide
like a
the
little
best
furnace.
snuggles.
She's like a little furnace.
Well, that's very sweet.
She does offer very good snuggles.
Good to know.
All right, so Olvon, you want to attempt
I will. Oh, sorry.
your
Yeah, I'm gonna try to use the sending stones to.
All right, so you need
Talk
to
to the smart
embrace the source. Attempt to embrace the source.
No distractions here.
What is that? Composure?
Composure, yes.
Oh,
We lost the Beth.
Do we want to wait?
Yeah,
She
just
said
go
she's-
ahead.
That doesn't look like a good. That's 11.
11, so you need to beat a 15. So I'm going to give you 3 attempts to embrace the source
Oh god.
and see.
I believe in you.
Do you have a block?
Don't look at me. I can't do it when you're watching.
I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought you were going to be like, everyone stare at my crotch while I embrace the source.
There we go. There's an 18.
18, awesome. So you
A
feel,
little stiff from the saddle.
yeah. You remember those wise words from earlier this morning when you were talking with Master Olpe, and even though he annoyed the fuck out of you, for some reason he was able to give you that confidence to channel. So you feel
Something like that.
that lava fire burn through you. The sense that pungent smell of decay just kind of rushes in through your face. But you see the leaves more clearly now, and you notice little animals that you hadn't, like, climbing all up through the trees and the thickets that you hadn't seen before. So, and are you trying to hide what you're doing from the group? Do you step away, or are you just doing this out in front of them?
I mean, I'm not necessarily making it obvious. Like it's just kind of like as we're eating and stuff. So, I don't remember if the sending stones are audible to everyone, or if it's something that
There is a noise so it isn't like a Bluetooth headphone, so the sound is emanating. So you could hold it up to your ear, to be a little closer, but I think there is sound that comes out. And passive perceptions, Beth, if you were paying attention, you would hear sounds coming out of it. Kat, you would also, and Thom, your passive perception you wouldn't necessarily, but I know your hearing's really good. So it might like twing your ears, but you're just kind of excited to be back in the wilderness and you're focused on Gwen a little bit more.
The oh shit, never mind. What I was going to say left my brain.
Just like your passive perception.
Yep.
and just when I think of a thought, ooh, tree.
Yep.
All right, so Andrew, you're able to channel into the sending stone, and it's just like it's in the palm of your hand, and it starts glowing, and you feel the reverberations. That is the acknowledgement of Master Tarek on the other end.
Oh,
Said Master who?
Tarek.
Oh,
Your professor. Your
I mean, Olvon remembers the name, but
listen, Professor Tariq, I need an extension on that one test, okay?
I think I'm gonna miss the final. Any chance of a retake?
Yes, Olvon. How can I help you?
Just reaching out to give you an update on how things are going for us. So we've stopped for camp for tonight. so far nothing too crazy's happened. So.
Did you have any more interactions with Master Olpe, or where I knew you had a decision to make. Did you decide where you were going?
Yes, we did. So we're gonna go try to find the missing folks before we try to do anything else. It seems a bit more pressing. So we're heading that direction. We're heading north right now.
Oh, well, while you're heading to New Setting, while you're up there, will you that group is very interesting, and we just don't have a lot of information on them. So any notes you could take would be very useful for my future research on that community.
I think I can work something out. It sounds like an extra credit assignment.
It is. It has nothing to do with the problems that we've been experiencing, but just any information you can get.
Oh yeah, you've helped me a lot, Professor. I'll help you out. It's no problem.
Thank you. Well, keep in touch and let me know if you have any questions or need any help.
Will do, Professor. You have a good one. Good night. I love you.
And he's about to say, you can hear him start to say goodbye, but he's probably accidentally shut it off before.
Wait. We'll just put that back in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. So Avorie, you definitely would have noticed this interaction. Then, and Shainale, you've got a passive perception of 13, so I'll leave it up to you as to whether or not you think your character would have observed this or not, because you're kind of right on that edge of whether or not you would notice. Or
I think Shainale is probably, because all of this around her is so new, I think she's probably paying more attention to what's around her and trying to get a feel for everything than paying attention to actual. I think if she's paying attention to anyone, it's Avorie and Rieht. Those are the two that she's paying attention to, because they know more about the surroundings, and so she's trying to glean information from them as well.
She's just so surprised that she's happy to be back on solid ground again.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, Olvon.
Yeah, what's up?
What are you doing over there?
Rieht's his ear turns around.
Olvon's gonna hold up his pack rations and be like, eating now, I guess.
Not now. What did you just put in your bag?
What? My sending stone?
Yeah. Why are you using that?
I was just updating my professor, so we keep in contact.
We have to be very, very, very careful about channeling the one power in this area.
Oh yeah. That's
that Olvon can channel? Did we know that already? This is me asking out of we knew that already.
I think it would be an assumption that it would be possible that he could channel, as being a student of the academies, and especially with his field of study. I don't think he hasn't channeled, I believe, in front of any of y'all yet.
Okay.
So
sending stones they're not common in this era of the Fourth Age, but they would be things that you're aware of. They're difficult to make, so Terran Grail do take a lot of time to make, and they are power intensive. It is a specialty that some of the academies have, as well as both the towers. But it's making Terran Grail is considered kind of menial work. So having ascending stone is frequently the upper class have them, towns have them, so they're owned by larger towns. Rieht, you just had a conversation with the mayor. She was excited to finally be considered fancy enough in the town or for New Hope to be fancy enough to have ascending stone. So it's more of a, you guys know what it is, and you know that its channeling is needed, but it's more like, oh shit, ascending stone? Like, that's cool, I've never seen one. Would be more of your reaction.
Gotcha.
Got it.
So
and they are only one way. So it's not like sending stone, it's not a telephone. It is a one-way, two-way walkie-talkie, and that's it.
Okay.
So that's amazing that you have one of those. That's really neat. But you've got to be very careful channeling in the wilderness. And I am sorry for not explaining that. I was not aware that we were among a bunch of channelers. So can anybody else here channel?
Yes, I can.
You know Shainale can channel.
Yes, I know Shainale can. I also can. But you won't see me using the one power here unless it's very, very dire. The one power will leave could leave like residue that former fight spawn might be able to pick up on, and we don't need to attract any attention to ourselves.
I had a teacher that I would love to have stayed in contact with. It would be great to have a sending stone to talk to her.
They are pretty useful, though. I mean, this one's special to me. This is one of the first things that the professor really worked with me on making. So, pretty cool.
Can you refer to the professor, the professor as Doc for the rest of the time, just so I can play out my Back to the Future fantasy as we play this?
This is Doc. We made it with a flux capacitor. I don't know what that is still, but it was weird. He started shoving his garbage in it and said it was enough fuel for us to do what we were doing.
Oh boy.
But yeah, so it's part sentimental, but very useful. But I did not know that about the wilderness. I'll keep that in mind and keep it to the barest minimum necessity.
And I should have disclosed that to you.
Murdril were known to be able to sense the one power from a distance.
I've heard of this. It's a good reminder. Thank you, Avorie. How are you feeling, by the way?
I really need to put some food in my stomach and get a good night's sleep. So, Rieht, I think it's appropriate that we put watches up